Hello, my children, and welcome in. My name is Alynn. I am the High Priest of the Great Yellow Eyeball, but today I am the Dungeon Master. We are back with a series of unfortunate decisions, episode 25. We're 25 episodes in, which is pretty far in. Our players have done a lot. They are currently they just hit level 6. We'll get to talking to them here in a bit. Hope you all are having a great weekend thus far, and things are going well for you, and you're staying out of trouble, and the cops are leaving you alone, because nobody likes when that happens. So with that, I think we're gonna go jump straight into it. It's been a while since we played. The players and I had a little conversation beforehand, as we normally do, where a lot of terrible jokes were made. Will some of those jokes make it into the night? Yes. Yes, they probably will. But we'll see what they are once we get there. So without too much further pomp and or circumstances, let's go over here and unmute some people. And go do all this stuff. Hi, everybody.
Oh man, we're the people. We're the people.
You are, and I will foster you. I will foster the people. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hey. We did it. Oh, hey everybody. How y'all doing?
Muy bueno.
How was your weekend so far? Everybody good?
Yeah.
It was like, you know, it's okay.
We got the ghost of Wilby and Saverly here. Oh wait, there we go. Trying to fix this.
He was a little.
He became more powerful than we would ever know.
Yeah, exactly. He was a little blue. Abadi Abadai. Little bluish purple.
Kind of liked it.
And no longer randomly slathering people in mustache wax. So, speaking of slathering people in mustache wax, which is a weird segue, I'll be honest with you. Where we left off, you all had just completed a harrowing combat where a group of Sahaugin have completely just a full frontal assault of Saltmarsh, and you and your compatriots were up against a bunch of very powerful, very strong, very large Sahaugin. And even as you were fighting, more and more of rank and file Sahaugin kept showing up, making even though that you were beating the larger ones, the guards and things were still falling under the sheer number of new Sahaugin coming out of the ocean, out of the water, and up onto land and attacking. However, luckily, it seems that a lot of sea elves, including your previous comrade in arms, Oceanus, the individual that you had rescued from the pirate ship, and they had routed the Sahaugin and kept more from coming in, essentially stopping the assault on Saltmarsh. And that is where we left off, was after this huge battle where you all were very much tired and beat up, and the Sahaugin being all around you. Right, you can see the aftermath of the combat. There are a lot of dead guardsmen and a lot of dead Sahaugin all over the place. The tumult of noise just moments ago has pretty much just died down to the sounds of the waves and the sounds of the dying.
Speaking of which, can I do what I can to save who I can? 'Cause
Yeah.
all perfect.
Yeah. So, Erlander, who was fighting in the same general area you were, has already started to kind of direct individuals to his guardsmen, basically, to start looking after comrades, doing triage, things of that nature, first aid, all those kinds of things. So if you want, go ahead and just give me a medicine check, Mel.
Perfect. That plus spare the dying cantrips and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Medicine check.
While he's doing that, I want to make sure all the dead ones are staying dead that we want to be dead. So, like, he's taking care of the ones we want to be alive. I'm gonna go make sure the dead ones are.
Oh, so you're any still moving Sahaugin? Yeah. Okay.
I'm going kicking some, make sure no gills are flapping.
Yeah. I got you.
I already collected 34 faces.
Oh. So then we're good, Wilvain. They're dead?
Oh, in pain.
Or in pain. Yeah, that sums it up. That sums it up. Yeah, 34 is
I think that was correct, 34.
yeah, in that area,
36.
yes.
Oh, 36 are fish, okay. I've got 36 fish faces, one lizard, and the rest.
Yes. Yes.
The lizard.
All right. Cool. So you all take a few minutes and yeah, Mel, you're able to there's quite a few that you're able to get to do some spare the dying, or the ones that are a little less wounded and maybe just unconscious. You're doing what you can, wrapping some wounds, things like that. You're going through and double tapping everything seeable, not necessarily double tapping, but you're doing that. Wilvain is doing his collection steps that he has been doing this whole time. And what about the other two of you?
Can I also do a medicine check?
Oh yeah,
to
absolutely. Yes.
help out?
Yeah. If you want to help out, go ahead.
Okay. Here.
Oh yeah, and you're able to save quite a few during your as well. You are actually much quicker at triaging and getting to quite a few more. So while Mel has done a really good job for the most critically wounded to be spared the dying via his cantrip, you're able to get to the ones that were on death's door and bring them back from the edge before things got really bad for them. So between the two of you, you are actually able to save 6 guards from an untimely demise. Yeah. So you have saved 6 folks from dying that would have otherwise done so on the beach.
Woo!
That takes about, you all spend about 10 minutes total to do all of this. Erlander again has gone through and pushed through. More and more elves have come up on the shore and are essentially doing the same thing that you're doing, Seabold, and doing another shtick, doing another stab.
I'm not mad about it either.
Just to make sure. So they're all.
Think of Wilvain taking the faces.
They don't seem to care much about you removing the faces of these creatures.
Can I do an opposite of a medicine check to see if I can accidentally take some of the guards out?
But why?
Remove their faces.
Okay, so explain to me exactly what you're trying to do here.
I'm gonna pretend I'm helping Nessa and Mel. I'm going up to them and just doing it really
Okay,
incorrectly.
then give me a
But why?
give me a deception check.
Oh. No, I'm very bad at it.
Okay, So
I guess Mel notices what I'm doing and kicks me off.
Mel, as you watch Wilvain kind of go from he flits like a butterfly, except from flower to flower, he's going from Sahaugin to Sahaugin and removing their faces. You see him kind of look around before reaching down to where a human guard is, with dagger in hand. Like,
Oi, Wanka, what are you doing over there with that guy?
You just
Sorry.
call me a wank?
I didn't expect that.
Sorry. First thing that came to mind. Sorry.
No swearing today.
No.
Listen, I drive a truck for a living. That's like telling me not to breathe, okay?
Fair enough.
Did you want this one?
Yeah, no, I'll take care of that one. There's more fish faces over yonder, and I kind of just point in the direction of less human density. And
Okay.
I guess I give up. It's worth a try.
It was worth the try.
Too many people watching.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there are quite a few eyes around here, especially with the other elves and things. All right, so after about the 10-15-ish minutes of y'all collecting and or dispatching the Sahaugin that are still, well, were still breathing, things kind of calm down, and the elves have also started to work as far as their own dead from the combat that happened out in the water itself. So there's just quite a bit of activity, and Oceanus kind of pulls some of you aside and kind of looks around, and I think they have this pretty much in hand. How about we go get a drink and get caught up?
Hey, just threaten me with a good time. So,
Sorry, who are you?
He looks at you and goes, I could give you my name, but you'd probably forget it. Or call me somebody else.
The drunk.
Seems you know me.
Yeah, we've met.
Mulvane will take another look. Is he wearing clothes this time?
Yeah, he's well armored. He's armored and wearing a very similar color scheme to a lot of the other elves that are here right now. They're all wearing basically matching livery, whatever it is.
Sanders.
Oh, Ocean Man. I didn't recognize you not naked.
Ah, so you do remember. Excellent. How about that drink?
It depends. Are you going to be naked?
oh,
Do you want me to be?
We'll talk about this later.
That's what I thought.
The drunk's having a drink. What's next? The guard's having a donut?
So,
Ooh.
as you kind of start to head out, you catch the or your eye catches Erlander a little bit off in the distance as he's directing his folks and essentially getting the fully deceased in one area and moving the wounded and the walking wounded to other areas. You catch out of as he watches you leave, you catch a nod towards your general direction. And essentially, this is the first time he hasn't looked absolutely disgusted with the lot, which is saying a lot.
I'll give him finger guns.
Mulvane also does finger guns.
Just everybody finger gunned. All right. So as you make your way, as you make your way from where you are on the shoreline, you noticed that where you were was not the only location that these Sahaugin were coming in from. there were incursions all along the coastline for the city of Saltmarsh. And not every place fared as well as the area did that you were in. There are a lot more dead guards, and even dead civilians all over the place. To include also did Sahaugin as well. There's equal opportunity death everywhere. It looks like in some locations that they had gotten fairly deep into the city before they were essentially cut off and dispatched by the elves. Every once in a while you can hear shouts and small skirmishes break out in various parts, likely where, one or two stragglers have been discovered and taken. So while things are calmer, it doesn't seem like it's 100% over at this time. There are sounds of crying children and screaming women and men as they hover over some of their deceased loved ones, both guards and civilians. Just there's a lot of terribleness happening all over. This was a strong attack. This was a strong attack. But eventually you do make your way to the bar, and surprisingly enough, you're not the only ones already in there drinking. It seems that you weren't the only ones to decide that maybe it's a good time. Oceanus points to an empty table over in the corner and says, "I'll get the first one," and heads towards the bar.
I'll join him up to the bar. Hey, bartender, and I pull out 5 gold coins and just put it on the counter. Get as far as you can with this. Whoever wants a drink, just take it out of this fund, would you? Anybody who wants one.
He looks at you and just nods and slides the coins off the bar into his other hand and into the pocket on his apron.
Which bar are we at?
Yeah, what bar are we at?
Yeah.
So the closest one to where you are is actually the Snapping Line. So it's the bar that you've been half living in. It's Hana's bar.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I was going to go and start working.
Yeah, it's Hana's bar.
Okay.
My dog's barking. I need a nail.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
So after Oceanus brings the drinks back, and a quiet moment is spent looking at your drinks and a sip or two, he finally says, "So this is an awkward reunion, huh?"
Yes, but it's kind of a thing for us, actually, so...
Really,
we are...
of course.
Yeah, we're really glad you showed up with your friends when you did.
We weren't
We
weren't expecting a Sahaugin Inquisition, so it was nice to see you again.
Nobody ever does.
The Inquisition, yes indeed. The Inquisition. And I just look up, bad time to be saying sorry.
Did he give a drink to Nate?
Yes.
He's been staring at it this entire time, but he just tries to slam it. And then, hairballs all over the table.
Surprisingly, actually, you don't cough up a hairball this time.
Oh, Nate is getting hammered.
All right, so it's like, well, what have y'all been up to since we last saw each other?
Not drinking enough. I need another.
He just kind of smirks at you a little bit, and yeah, I understand that.
ghost ships, lizards. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, speaking of lizards, there's an interesting story for you. You had left without me, and so I got a late start. But I don't know how. Actually, I do know how, because I took the long way around. I kind of got captured by them.
The lizards.
Yeah, they thought I was an enemy because I came through the water route, and there were some merfolk and some other sea creatures there, and there was a misunderstanding, there was a fight, I was taken prisoner. The good news is, well, I don't know if you can call it good news, but essentially the next cell over was a Sahaugin. And that bastard tried to eat me. So I had to basically strangle it with my own hands. And well, apparently
name dropped us. I mean,
well, see, that's the thing. I didn't know that's necessarily where you were actually going. I was just headed in that general direction and came across it, but I was mostly it was mostly following a group of these particular creatures called a Locathith, which are, well, let's just say they're usually not this shallow in the waters. And that's what brought me to that area. But regardless,
like a 50-50 chance of being awful.
But regardless, I found out only after the fact, after they had released me, that you were there. So it's quite possible that I was in prison at the same time that you were wandering about the place. But it seems that you made a good impression on them, and once I explained who I was and how I knew you, they became a lot more... Well, they were also looking for more help against the Sahaugin, and they were very, very amicable, and so, well, we said yes. And that's kind of how we got here today. We've been following that group for quite some time. They had attacked a ship a few days ago. And then we had been following them ever since they were repelled off of that ship.
Weren't we on a ship not a couple of days ago?
Were you?
It's been a long time since we played, so I'm going to assume that it's been a couple of days.
The timeline seemed to match based upon what he's saying. So it's quite possible.
You, by the sound of it, you've been helping us more than you realized. Hell, you could have saved our lives in there, and a couple of my dwarven kin too. Thank you for saving my kin.
Sure.
You could say.
My kin too.
me too. I am also dwarf.
During this time, like, also as Thorgrim has disappeared from this group, but also is still here. Like, Seabold has slowly like drifted away from a dwarven accent to a more, just a normal, like, run-of-the-mill accent.
Gotcha.
Anybody that would be around town.
Like, you're not pretending as much. You forget.
Yeah.
You just don't think about it. Not as conscious anymore. Got it.
And as you say that, I just giggle a little bit. Yeah, Arkin. I'm sorry for the tense problem there. My bad.
Well, regardless, we have reached an agreement with the lizard folk to also help. And it seems we got here not a moment too late.
If only we were a little bit sooner and had a few more of us in the city by the seam of it.
Ah, yes, but once they started collecting a much larger force, the small force that I had with me wasn't going to be enough. So I had to go get more of my clan to come and assist. But
And that was the best thing you could have done, I think.
well, thank you. I believe so too, which is why I did it.
What other monsters lie below that we should be concerned about, Oceanus?
The waters are vast and deep. There are things probably out there that not even I know of.
Well,
Need a beer?
you know of anything that we could do to help fortify the city against creatures of the deep? I wouldn't know where to begin being a creature of stone.
He kind of smirks a little bit and goes, "Ah, so you don't know yet?"
No, I don't. Please tell me.
He kind of looks around just to make sure that there's not too many folks within earshot and kind of lowers his... He doesn't whisper.
Is it?
By this time, he would have noticed Wilvain's not there.
Is it?
He is absolutely fine with you not necessarily hanging around.
He didn't even make it to the bar.
Okay.
Wilvain
Hope
is dead.
I hope it's not sacrifice a virgin, because I don't think you're gonna find one here.
Ooh.
So what are you doing then, Wilvain?
Wilvain is, when we saw the devastation of the city, he immediately expeditious retreat, misty step to Timmy. Is Timmy the face still there? Is he okay?
Oh, so where did you head?
Whoa,
Where did you head?
To the leather
Lord.
He's out.
I'm sorry, say that again.
The leather worker?
So the leatherworker, it's kind of the middle of the night, so nobody's there.
Do I know where Timmy lives?
No. Well, give me just a straight intelligence check to see if maybe you've picked up on something. You know, you're kind of curt with him.
To follow him.
Yeah, he's. Go ahead and give me just a quick intelligence check. Let's see.
Okay.
You seem to remember him talking about living with his mother,
Yep.
but outside of that, there's not a lot on his exact whereabouts. You know, it's not too far. Sorry?
It's evening, nighttime.
It's the middle of the night. It's like 2, 3 in the morning.
Well, I'm still gonna do it.
Okay.
So Wilvain's gonna
Give me
run
an-
around town shouting Timmy.
Give me an investigation check.
No, he's shouting really loud. Timmy, Timmy.
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Okay.
Living a lie.
That's it.
Since you're yelling and screaming, give me one with advantage.
That was
Apparently, you said his name wrong.
Anders.
He's just yelling Anders the whole time, looking for Timmy. So even through your yelling and hollering, you don't find him necessarily immediately at all. And
I'm gonna go get my familiar from Nate's house and send the cat looking.
send it looking as well. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that works. Go ahead and just give me one more check.
Investigation
Yes, please.
to see if the cat.
See what the cat drags in.
Yay!
Okay, cool. We'll get right back to you in a bit. So going back to the bar, as he's kind of explaining, and he leans forward and looks around, not conspiratoriously or anything like that, but just wants to kind of keep his voice lower, but not a whisper. The War Council begins tomorrow. Have you not been informed?
Nah, the town doesn't necessarily keep us appraised of much. We kind of have an interesting reputation around here, so they don't need to involve us. They don't.
I can see why, but yes, there's two reasons why we're here. One, obviously to deal with the threat we just dealt with, but also there's been a change, and we're needing to essentially increase the speed in which we're acting. So a few of us in the coalition, which you do know there's a coalition, yes? And just as a quick reminder, just out of character, that was the whole thing. Remember, the lizard folk had been looking for allies to go against the Sahaugin.
Is that the name of the dog brothel?
It's like,
He's just been slaying.
yeah, I figured you're drunk as hell right now. I figured that's what that was. I figured it was just you drunk as hell right now. No, he just kind of looks and says, just drink your drink. And then,
Don't mind if I do.
and in the back of your mind, not too much, kiki.
Nate's not even gonna care.
He's just like, whatever, man. Leave me alone. I don't even care right now.
At this point, it could just be somebody behind him. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Enough for me to hear, or
No, it's completely in his head.
I know.
He constantly has voices in his head.
Poor man.
So we're here.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
We're going to start tomorrow. I have a segment of Marines that will remain stationed here for the foreseeable future, as well as, well, I don't want to give it all away, but remember as I spoke about the Lokotheth?
Yes.
Somewhere out there, and he kind of points in the general direction of where the ocean is to the south. They'll be patrolling out there. You should probably see their leader sometime tomorrow as well. The lizard folk are also sending another envoy here with a much larger force. Essentially, something has happened that, well, I don't know all the details, but that should be told to us whenever the meeting happens. But, yes?
We'll be interested to get any information we can. Personally, I'd like to be more informed about this, seeing that if there's going to be war on.
Oh, don't worry. There are plans for you. There are plans for you. I'm not privy to speak about them right now.
If you wish to speak with us more privately, we have a guild hall, and I'll generally jest in the direction. We have a guild hall not far from here. If you want to have a conversation with less eyes and ears around, by all means.
No, for this, it's not my place to go into those details. Besides, there's some information that needs to be given out to all concerned parties. So we're going to wait until that meeting happens. But don't you worry, you will be involved.
And as soon as he wraps up, Nessa gets to the table and says, "Who else needs drinks?" I've been at the bar the whole time.
And over here, Nessa. I'll need a beer and a brandy if you don't mind.
You guys look solemn. We just beat a bunch of people. Why are we not smiling?
Do you know how much more bullshit we just got drug into, Nessa?
I guess we're
Quite a
about
bit,
to.
actually.
Yeah, we're about to coalesce against some other force. We're Voltroning up. Apparently, that doesn't mean anything here. We're joining forces.
The hell's a Voltron?
Forces with some nefarious some great people. They're great people, fish people, and we're gonna. I don't know what the hell we're doing, but I could use another.
We also learned that Honest over here kind of likes to be captured and probably tied up or something. He's done it twice already.
Okay.
So he must be in that. In
All
case
right.
you wanted to know.
I'm glad I'm filled in. I'm I guess I'll go make arrangements and drink some more, and you guys can tell me more about it when you guys are done talking.
Yeah. My recommendation, Nessa, before you get too far, is get some good time with your lady friend here. We might not be back in a while.
Well, I had plans today, actually, since y'all were here. I was thinking about popping the question.
What question?
The only question that matters.
Pop, do you mean soda?
Can I get another beer?
I'm so glad you guys have support for me. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm gonna go and see if I could at least say goodbye to my lady with a positive attitude, and yeah.
And with that, the front door kind of opens somewhat forcefully.
Oh.
And Erlander comes in, looks kind of around the bar, sees the group of you over there, and doesn't run, but walks quickly. 1 foot,
Bathrooms.
1 foot, 1 foot, peg leg, 1 foot, peg leg, 1 foot, peg leg, comes over to the table and says, "All of you with me now, not you." And he points to the elf when he says that.
And have a drink with us.
I'll immediately stand up. And
Get up and come with me. I don't have time for your bullshit right now.
Okay.
This is... You've seen him pissed, right? Like, you've seen the redness in his face get higher as he gets more and more upset and frustrated with the group of you. This is not that. This is probably the most absolutely not angry, but intensely focused, serious look on his face. Like, this is not anger. This is something else completely.
Lead the way, Anders, and I'll come up to Nate and.
For the last time, my name is Erlander, not Anders. That's the other guy. Let's go.
My apologies. Come on, Nate. I'll grab 2 tankers in one hand and grab Nate by his hand. Let's go. And I'll start waving the drinks out and try to get his attention.
Okay. And y'all are going to start heading with...
And kind of drinking while I'm attempting to walk.
Seabold picks up on the seriousness and just tries to, like, corral those that will go.
Okay. Nessa?
Nessa walks behind them and then slips away.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
If I must. Boom. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so he's a little distracted anyway, so you're able to kind of just head out. All right. So as you guys all start heading towards Hool Watchtower, and just as a reminder, Hool Watchtower is the old watchtower that is now essentially the jail and guard headquarters for the guard. So they are, as you guys are headed towards that direction. Wilvain, you are alerted by your familiar of Timmy standing in a house. Front door is open, and he is laying over a lump in his house, or in this house.
Front door's wide open.
Ruh-roh.
This is so sad.
Laying over,
He's in my head.
laying over to the side, you can see a second Sahaugin-shaped lump as well.
The Wolverine will blink Misty Step towards
Okay.
where his familiar tells him to.
So after a couple of minutes, you do make your way over, and as soon you hear him before you see him. You just hear the deepest, gut-wrenching sobs coming from inside the house, and just Mama, you gotta wake up, Mama. And that's all you hear as you head towards the door. When you turn the corner, what you see is a kitchen just covered in blood. Not only is it just covered in blood, over on the left-hand side, you see a Sahaugin with a bunch of implements sticking out of it. Not knives, although there are some knives, but there's a lot of much smaller, more delicate blades that look like they've been used to stab this thing over and over. Essentially, it's leatherworker. And they're all in the back of the neck, the side of the neck, and the back of the head of the Sahaugin.
Is the face intact?
Oh.
Timmy!
Oh, Lord.
Timmy!
And he barely turns his head and just sees you out of the corner of his eye and just turns back and just sobbing, shoulder shaking, just whole body being rocked by these sobs.
I'm gonna magic missile the dead body. The Sahaugin, not his mum.
Okay, I'm like, wait, which one?
That's pretty good clarification.
Yeah, thank you for the clarification. Because I wouldn't put it past you to do either one of those, to be honest.
Is it roll or is it dead?
No, it's dead.
Timmy, what's happened?
The fish man killed Mama. Mr. Wilvane, the fish man killed Mama.
You sure she's dead? Wolverine will poke her.
How are you poking her?
Move his claws.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't taking a dagger and stabbing at her or anything. It's like, no, gee. And as you get a better look, her entire torso has, and it still actually has the trident embedded into her lower stomach, and so deep, in fact, that you can't see the full trident. So it looks like it was shoved into her stomach, and then she was lifted upwards and embedded herself deeper onto it.
Well, yes, seems to be dead, Timmy.
Ooh.
Definitely dead.
Mr. Wilvane, I think it might take a little longer to do your book, Mr. Wilvane.
We've got one more face now. The fish, Timmy, not your mum. Unless you would.
What? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Unless.
Never mind, Timmy.
And he's pretty much stopped listening to you. He's in his own world right now, just crying his eyes out.
Okay. How heavy is Timmy?
I mean, just by you kind of looking at him, he's not scrawny by any means. His work as a leatherworker has had him put on A little bit of strength about him, carrying heavy leather.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's otherwise, average build, a little thin, but not like skinny thin. He's got some muscle mass to him. So he's probably right around 160.
Timmy.
What, Mr. Wilvane?
You're going to have to come with me.
No, I'm not leaving Mama.
You can't stay here, Timmy.
I'm not leaving Mama.
We'll bring her with us.
I'm not leaving Mama!
I said we'll bring her with us.
I am not leaving! Get out, Mr. Wilvane. Leave me and Mama alone. And he's breathing extremely hard. So hard, in fact, like it's a mix of spit and snot and tears. As he's breathing so hard, he's like spraying it off of his lips. Just get out, Mr. Wilvane. Get out.
Oh my god. One moment, Timmy. I'm gonna cast. No, I can't. Can't leave.
Did we just create our own end boss this campaign?
Yeah, we're screwed.
Can we revive his mom?
I could animate her, but
I'm pretty good with
Arguably,
puppet stuff.
If Alan was a little bit lenient about that whole 1 minute thing on Revivify, we could.
Oh yeah, we only have a
But-
minute on Revivify.
Yeah, I get the other reagents, but that's discretionary at this point.
I'll be outside, Timmy. Yeah. Mulvane will just shut the door and stand outside the door until he can hear whether he's finished crying or not.
Okay.
He'll be there waiting for him.
Okay. So while you're waiting, the rest of you finally make your way to Hool Watchtower, except for Nessa. Nessa, are you're what are you doing at the bar?
I am just trying to schmooze it up with Hannah. I am trying to give her the best day possible. I'm sure that it's been absolutely horrible here, and I just want her to feel loved and secure. And I'm going to try to schmooze her enough to try to get her to agree to be with me forever.
Okay.
But the question wasn't just if you can get another beer.
No.
You know what? Give me a persuasion check.
Not even with
Charisma.
advantage.
Okay. That's an 18. I'll tell you what that means in a moment. All right, so
Stay
everybody
tuned.
else, stay tuned. Everybody else, minus Wilvane and Nessa, you finally get to Hool Watchtower, and he basically walks you all down straight to his office, brings you all in, shuts the door, looks at all of you, and again with that same extremely serious look on his face. I'm trusting you with this because I know you weren't involved. And the only reason I know you weren't involved is because you were out there with me, trying to save this town from them fish freaks. Somebody killed Ada tonight. Reminder, Ada was one of the council members.
Yeah.
The woman who owned not a huge fleet of some fishing boats, but she owned a small number. But she's been a fisher. Her family's been in the fishing business all her life. She's very popular amongst the populace because she is a person of Saltmarsh.
Oh no, not the cool one. Why did you do it?
Yeah, and she was the one that, thought you guys were actually kind of funny and was also liked to drink as well.
Oh, things are gonna get real serious real quick around here.
Okay, I actually do remember who that is, even though I'm super hammered.
He's like, I'm gonna do that with disadvantage just to see if I remember. Yeah.
I would totally have a drink with Ada. So
Yeah. I remember her. But here's the thing. She wasn't killed by one of those things. It was made to look like she was.
Made to look? That...
Let me ask you this. Why would you remove the jaw and take it with you of any corpse?
Oh, there's the little tiny face guy here. He'd know.
That sounds like somebody took a trophy, and I might know who it is. What was the name of that little halfling gnome? What's his nuts that got away out of prison some weeks ago? Let's get his name.
Halfling gnome. Are you talking about the human? Are you remembering Ned?
Ned, yeah, I knew it was something like me.
Ned who disappeared out of the, that his clothes were the only thing remaining in the cell, but he was gone?
That dude, I'm sorry, it's been so long since...
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like, you can remember, like, you know, I know it's been a while in real life, so yeah. You remember Ned? Yes, okay. And he's like, no. And he kind of looks at you, Mel, and it's like, you of anyone should know this. If you're going to speak with dead, they have to be able to speak.
Oh, lordy. So that does put quite a few problems into place and leaves a significant question now, doesn't it?
I have the solution. We go and we cut the jaw off of somebody else and we tape it onto her, and then we cast a spell and she can talk and tell us what happened. It wasn't me. That would be
Nate?
gross.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on one second
But
here.
Not a bad idea.
So it's just Nate, Mel, and I, right? Because Ness is away. Wilvin's somewhere else.
Yeah, it's just the three of you.
Okay. Yeah.
So, hold on 1 second. One second here.
I have a feeling I'm about to get punched in the face so hard.
Whoops, I didn't mean to click that. I clicked the wrong thing. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
You go, are you sitting?
Probably. I don't know if I'd be able to stand without help.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna say you're sitting. You are essentially launched out of the chair as you are backhanded by Erlander. The hardest you have ever been hit by someone. Take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Kill him, Mel.
I think Nate's just gonna pass out after that. So after he hits the floor, he's just snoring.
So
So yeah, you just saw Erlander essentially just backhand Nate so hard and sent him flying out of his chair onto the floor, and and then Nate's unconscious on the floor.
So Erlander, I know.
Before you say another word, this is not the time for jokes. This is not the time for any glibness. This is not.
I'm not joking, sir. As drunk as that man is, whether we want to hear this or not, does the jaw have to be a human jaw? Because If it doesn't,
It has to be her jaw.
That's unfortunate. All right.
Jaw, tongue, all those things you need to make letter words. All missing.
Hers.
All gone.
Then forgive me for having ever said anything. I'm just thinking out loud as terrible that idea that was.
As much as it's against my best judgment, since you're the only ones that I can trust, I need you to keep your eyes and ears open.
We'll find who did this, and they will pay.
Goddamn right.
I'll offer Erlander one of the drinks that I'm still holding. Maybe you need one of these, sir. We will keep an eye out for this. I'll actively be questioning those that I can. And
No. Don't randomly question. We have no idea who this person is. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they want. Are they related to these fish people, or did they just use it as a convenient opportunity to do this? And if so, who are they actually working for, and at what purpose? So you just go start asking questions willy-nilly around to everybody. You're just gonna give away that we know something is going on.
Yes, sir. Smart thinking. I will keep an ear out, though.
I just want you to keep your eyes open, your ears open. You hear anything, you come to me. I'm going to try to keep this under wraps as best as possible. Say that she was killed in the attack. But the rest of it, you keep your mouth shut about it.
Do we know anything about how it was done?
Not yet. I have suspicions. There were a couple of drinks, as she is known to enjoy her evening libations. One had a particular smell to it.
Another drink.
He just glances over just to see if you're actually conscious and sees that you're not, and goes back to it.
Do you know where she usually imbibes beverages?
She was in her house.
Oh. I have a question.
No signs of forced entry.
So she could very well have been drinking with somebody she knew. Or somebody was very sneaky. Now, I'm curious. That big lizard I was tangled up with on the docks, has that body been moved?
The last you saw it, it was still there.
Sir, speaking of which, I have some questions for that corpse.
I suspect he doesn't have a face, but sure. Go
He
on.
doesn't need a face. He doesn't need a face. He needs a jaw and a tongue. That's his and clearly attached. So, Erlander, if you'll excuse me, I
there's no way for you to attach a Sahaugin jaw and tongue to a human.
I'm not trying to attach a Sahaugin jaw to nothing. I have questions to ask the dead, and I need to make sure that I can go retrieve a large corpse of big old chonky boy. I'm intending on dragging a big old chonky boy to the guild house and waiting around long enough to change my spells out so I can speak with dead.
Oh, until tomorrow, essentially?
Yeah, essentially.
What a great idea, Mel.
Can't you not use speak with dead on people that you murdered? Or will they just not really talk to you, because why would they want to talk to the person who killed them?
Let's see, grandson of life, and it says semblance of life and intelligence, so I'm gonna run the chance that
The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. That's basically it. And the spell fails as a corpse if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days, essentially. So...
Well, if it's all the same to you, Erlander, I'm gonna go see if I can't find a big old chunk in Sahaugin to question. I might be able to have. I might have some questions answered by morning.
Okay.
If you'll excuse me, sir, I have work to do. I'll slam one of the drinks, and assuming he doesn't stop me, I'll slowly walk out the room.
Okay. And you're headed that way. All right. So Hana just kind of is like just staring at you, kind of in disbelief. What did you ask me?
I wanted to know if you wanted to be my forever.
What brought this on?
I have a feeling I don't know my fate quite yet, but I do know one thing, and that you're a constant.
Are you Does this have anything to do with the attack that just happened tonight?
Many attacks have happened in my lifetime. This one just proves that I need you.
It seems extremely sudden.
We don't have to get married tomorrow. I'm just asking for you to wait.
I can wait.
You can wait?
I can wait.
Let's make out.
So,
All right. All right. I can wait. That's a movie quote right there. I can wait. Let's make out. All right. Sure. Okay.
Away.
Yeah. So good job on that persuasion check.
Woo.
All right. So she can wait. And you're still waiting outside. Timmy does not come out of his house at all for the rest of the night. I don't know if how long you're planning on standing there.
Is he still sobbing?
From what you can hear, they've gotten quiet, but it seems to be like it happens and then it dies away, and then it happens and then it dies away.
If it's becoming less frequent, Wolverine will attempt to speak to him.
How? Are you just
Yeah,
outside the door, or are you going in? What are you doing?
He'll make a loud knock at the door. Timmy?
Go away, Mr. Wilvane. I want to be left alone.
Now's not the time, Timmy.
I want to be left alone, Mr. Wilvane.
Do you not want justice, Timmy? No answer.
No answer.
Timmy. Seek me at the guild hall when you're ready. We will make some fish sticks.
You know that I'm a gay fish.
Anyway.
The fish are not gay, Timmy.
Timmy wasn't singing that time. All right.
I leave Erlander and say, I can't wait to find who killed Ada. We will avenge her. And I corral Nate the best I can and try to take him out and head back.
Asleep on the floor.
Yeah, like you're gonna have to basically, firemen pick him up, throw him over your shoulder, and
I will try that. I'm not very strong. even though I look like a dwarf. I should be stronger, but I am not.
He's pretty much dead weight. He's like a sack of potatoes.
Oh.
What do you weigh, Nate? What did you write down?
Let's see. With all my stuff on me, I am.
You're 150 plus your gear.
Yeah, 150 plus 31.
Yeah, you're 180 pounds. All together, but you don't even have your backpack with all that other crap in it, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. I wouldn't have brought that.
So yeah, you don't even, so you're all of like 160, maybe 170 at most. Yeah, you'll have no problem being able to pick that up with your strength, because that should give you a lift pool of... Yeah, I mean, it's heavy, and you can shuffle with them.
Sure,
but
I'm not in a race.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Yeah, if you were being chased by a dragon, you're not going quick enough to get away from it. But yeah, you can shuffle with them.
Fair enough. Try to get him back to, guess, guild.
Yeah, your lift pull drag is 240 pounds. So
okay.
And Wilvain's headed to the Guildhall. He will leave the familiar outside Timmy's house to keep an eye on him.
To keep an eye on him. Got it. Okay.
If Timmy doesn't head to the Guildhall when he leaves his house, I want the cat to come and tell me.
Okay. Gave him a standing order and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then head to the Guildhall, see what the rest of the...
Right. So Nessa's doing Nessa things. Bard.
Anna.
Yeah, well, yes. Yes, that's true. All right, Mel. You make your way to the pile of Sahaugin. While the dead for the guards and all that, people have been, they've been separated and all that. The guards have been kind of laid out in a, left, dress right, laid out nicely, hands over their chest, things like that. The Sahaugin themselves have kind of just been thrown into a pile over in one part of the dock area.
I guess I'm doing a little bit of pile diving.
Okay.
Essentially, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's gross work to kind of dig through the viscera and things like that. What are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking for the big old chonky son of a bitch that almost killed me.
Oh, yeah, he's so much bigger than the rest of them. He's kind of like the base of the pile, and everything else is kind of thrown next, not on top of, but kind of next to him, kind of in a semicircle. He's basically like the middle bulge in this pile of Sahaugin bodies.
So, being as orderly as I can with a pile of corpses, I essentially peel the pile away enough, piling them up off to the side, and then just dragging the big one in the way of the guild hall. Nonchalantly by one of its legs, just let's go.
Sure. How much can you? What's your lift?
Lift, pull, drag 480.
480. All right. You're not able to move this dude.
So all I need is his throat, jaw, and vocal cords intact, right?
It needs to be able to speak.
So it needs his lungs.
How did we kill that guy anyway? I can't even remember.
Do what?
How did we kill him?
Arrow, I'm pretty sure.
Was it to the throat?
No, Thorgrim took him out. Yeah, but it was it wasn't. It did not. His mouth and all that's within works. Within works, okay. It works. It should be usable as far as using this spell is concerned.
The mouth within.
Now, I'm gonna ask for a little bit of leeway here. No, actually, that doesn't work. Never mind.
Before you do all this, do you speak Sahaugin?
No.
So the creature needs to be able to understand you. So it may not be able to understand you if you ask it questions if you don't speak Sahaugin. It might understand common, right? I'm just letting you know, I'm just giving you this thought, right? That it may not understand the language you speak, and you may not understand any language it speaks, in which case this spell's not going to do much for you.
I'm going to immediately beeline back to the bar and see if I can't find Oceanus. He can't speak. Go ahead.
He's there.
Oceanus, do you speak Sahaugin by chance?
No. There's very few that do, except for the Sahaugin themselves. You need one.
Yes. I need a translator. I have an idea, but there's a language. Go ahead.
Let me see what I can do. I'll see if I can find somebody for you.
Perfect, thank you. But before you do that, would you be able to help me move a corpse? I know it's a big axe, but it's important. Really important.
That is not a request that I've been asked before. What kind of corpse?
In the attack, there was a large Sahaugin. The commander, I can only
the Baron. Yes.
I want to remove his corpse to the guild hall and have a conversation with him, but I worry that I'm not going to be able to understand him, and he's not going to be able to understand me. Just the translator, but I want to move him to the guild hall so that nothing befalls his corpse before my interview with him, or our interview with him. The body's not in the greatest of shape, and it's going to be a little bloody, but I promise you, I hope that we can get some answers and some clue to what's going on, especially since he seems to be of some rank amongst the file, you know?
I see. Well, I can, but could you just tell them to leave it alone for the next couple of days and not touch it? Instead of dragging it all over from where it is to where you live? It's gonna start stinking in a little bit. Do you really want that near your house?
You make a good point. Would you help me move it aside up off the dock far enough away so that I can have that conversation, so it's not just sitting in the sun for the next couple of days?
Aye, that I can help with.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. We'll speak with what guards are down there when we're there, and we'll appraise them of the idea that I have and the time that I need with this body.
Okay.
Thanks for the thoughts, and I appreciate your help.
Yep. So he has no problem going on. You speak to some of the guards that are down at the dock and explain to them the situation. That hey, the other ones, whatever, do whatever you want with, but don't get rid of this one quite yet, because you have a plan for it. You're going to cast a spell and ask it some questions. They understand, so they're gonna leave it alone, and they'll just make sure whenever the guard ships happen that everybody knows. They just hopefully do it sooner rather than later before that thing really starts stinking, because it's huge and it's probably gonna smell terrible.
Yep. I totally agree. The only thing that we're waiting on is the translator.
All right. And with that, after giving the help, getting it kind of moved off to the side and a little bit out of like the main thoroughfare, so it's not just a body laying in the middle of The guards give you a hand and they're able to move it over out of the side. Oceanus kind of takes off to start looking for someone to help with the translation. So, is that what everyone's doing for the rest of the evening? Because I think pretty much everybody was going back to the guild hall at this point, except for Nessa, who's staying with Hana.
He's just gonna sleep the rest of the night.
Yeah. Understood. Okay, cool. So if that's the case, then this is a good spot for us to go ahead and take our break. So we're going to go ahead and take a break at this point. You guys will complete a long rest since you are going to be resting for the rest of the night into the next day. And then we will start up what happens at the beginning of the day when we come back from the break. So we're going to take about 15 minutes. That's going to be, 47 after, give or take. So 7:47 here in a bit. That's what we're going to do. We'll see y'all on the other side of the break. And, we'll continue on with more series of unfortunate decisions. We're back. Hello, everybody. We're back. Break is over. Someone's ate a sandwich.
Ada sandwich.
Ada, ooh, gross. Man, I can't believe you went there. It's so mean. Ada just died. You can't make jokes like that.
I mean,
Ate a sandwich.
you can, but just make the.
We don't know what happened. Like, I'm trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Yeah.
Even worse, that's a terrible pun, by the way.
Face back on.
Well, she was-
at the time
She definitely can't eat a sandwich. She doesn't have a lower jaw.
She was killed by fish people. Like, I don't know. No, we don't know.
You're like,
I was
keep
trying
your
to go to
eyes and your
sushi.
ears open. And I was like, yeah, keep your jaw open
Dripping on
too.
my notes. I don't know.
Yeah. I get you.
Oh Lord.
Back to my notes with soy sauce on them because I spilt it while eating dinner before stream. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay, so next day rolls around. I did do a long rest while we were on break, so y'all should be completely healed up and ready to go. Y'all did level last week, so you're all level 6 now. The big fight was kind of the last thing to do that. So, the next day, I know, Mel, you have probably swapped a spell out so you can get Speak with Dead.
Yep, I swapped 2 spells out. I need Gentle Riposte and Speak with Dead. I'm essentially just trying to keep the decay down, to keep the smell down best I can. A courtesy to the guard.
Courtesy to the guard, yeah. So they it rots a little slower, and it smells. I mean, it still smells kind of fishy, but that's just the normal smell.
Rotten fish smell.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that much worse.
Everything we do is a courtesy to God.
Yeah, there you go. So with that, the next day rolls around, and we'll go ahead and start with what I'm assuming you're like first thing you're going to ask you're going to cast the spell and ask your questions, Mel. Is that your plan? Once you find out, whether or not we have a translator and all that?
Well, as soon as I know we have a translator, I'll bring Thorgrim with me. He's potentially a little bit sharper and keener than I tend to be, so I want a second set of ears and another mind around to help ask questions.
Okay.
If he's cool with joining, that is.
Yeah,
Cool.
when he's not choking on food.
Please don't die. All right. So yeah, Oceanus was actually able to find somebody over the evening, and brings you a rather odd-looking fish creature, one that you have not seen before. This creature looks pretty much 100% like a fish. but where it would where a humanoid would normally have ears, that's where its arms come out. And just it's kind of a, let's see, hold on, I think I have I should have a photo, or not a photo, that's you know what I mean.
Image.
An image here.
Is it a Kuatoa?
Oh lordy.
So, it's not super big. It's about the size of a human. And all those, for those of you who are playing the home game, I'll show you what it looks like as well. There we go.
Does he bring this to the guild hall?
What's that?
Does he bring this to the guild hall?
Yes.
Well, Wolverine doesn't know what's happening, but... Hello?
Oh,
And big, so yeah, big fin-like feet. It seems extremely uncomfortable walking around on the ground. And is kind of, it's a little waddle, right? For it to do its thing.
And Oceanus is relatively close to this creature as they approach, right?
Yeah, they're walking up together.
Oh, I will have essentially been waiting for him and keeping an eye out for him. As soon as I see him, I'll not run, but waddle over there. Oceanus, my dude, is this the friend that you were talking about, the translator?
Yes. This is Thothlok.
Thothlok. Friend, unfortunately, I don't know that I can pronounce her name correctly given my tongue. Can I call you Thoth, please?
Thoth is okay.
Thank you. With a little bit of a bow. I'm sure Oceanus has keyed you in, but I need a translator.
If
I need someone who speaks...
you needed someone who speaks Sahaugin. Yes? Yes, sir, I do.
And give me one moment, please.
Please,
Theobald,
take your time.
Yes, yeah. Hello. Rough night.
Dude, a tough one for the lot of us. Do you mind if I borrow you down at the docks for 20 minutes, please?
Oh, that's, I've got 20 minutes. Sure.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Well, in the interest of not wasting anybody's time here, I'm sure you have things to do, my little fish friend. Can we please be on our way?
Yeah, please. And behind, as you kind of start heading, he turns to start heading away, and again, his feet are extremely long. They're basically flippers. And you can hear the slapping noise on the cobblestone as and his tail, which is also just, scraping along, kind of leaves a trail of disturbed dirt, almost as if he's kind of a broom was drug, but drug in such a way where it was swinging back and forth. So it's kind of a and at the same time a shh as the tail is scraping along the ground as well.
I'm staying just far enough ahead of them so that they can't see the ridiculous grin that I have, but I am fighting a giggle. Just fighting it, keeping it down. Just...
As he walks his way down. A couple of times he sort of loses his balance and steadies himself. Won't have my land legs yet. He's much slower because of the large flippers that he has, and his... You can just tell he's not very comfortable. While he is able to walk on land, it's very new to him, and seems to be, making things a little more difficult.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised he can walk on land altogether, but he's walking better than I can swim, so he's got that going for him,
So as you're walking, Oceanus basically kind of explains that he is there was nobody amongst his own people that knew how to speak Sahaugin, so he went to the Lokathath clan that is currently out patrolling around Saltmarsh right now. And he basically explains that, these are what's out there in the ocean, kind of as the underwater detection force, just in case any Sahaugin come back. This is how they're keeping an eye on underwater invasions as opposed to surface type invasions and things like that.
Oh, perfect. And throughout the conversation, I'll offer any help that I can, even if it's just making a couple of extra spears for him. Because if they need anything I can offer, I want to help them.
Shouldn't be necessary. Thank you for the thought.
Anytime, sir. I appreciate you protecting this town.
All right. So, as you finally make your way over to the corpse, and it's been kind of just unceremoniously sitting over there. It looks like a couple of people have perhaps used it as target practice, as there is a couple arrows sticking out of it that weren't there the day before, and things like that. But otherwise, it's just exactly where you left it.
Right. I'll do what I can to prop him up a little bit so that we can have a little bit more of a face-to-face. More because it makes me feel comfortable, a little bit more comfortable given what we're going to do, but prop him up a little bit and just try to stable him so he's somewhat slumped up,
Okay.
Okay, you guys, but before I do this, we're not going to have much time here, and we're not going to be able to ask him any questions, so this is going to be real short, real sweet, and our friend Locke here is... Let him speak predominantly here, because, again, there are limits to what this spell can do for us. Let's not push our luck. But predominantly what we're trying to get here is I want to know who gave this man his orders. Why he's here. What's the game? Thorgrim, do you have anything else to add to this? Because honestly, tactically thinking, I'm not necessarily the best at it, and I might be missing something. Do you have anything to add?
Well, you could start by... I have no idea. What, you're going to talk to this thing? I have no idea what's happening right now. You have the ability to speak to this dead creature in front of us? And you expect me to have some kind of knowledge of what we're going to ask this dead thing in front of us?
Yes.
What are you talking... Is that why we're here?
I guess I should have explained to you. Things got a little wild a couple of nights ago, and
you can talk to the dead things around us. Is this... When did this start?
A couple of weeks ago, actually. If I choose to and use certain magics,
Are you okay?
Arguably, no. I haven't been okay for about a century now, but that's
All
not the point.
right, all right.
That's not the question here.
Okay.
So, and with that, I just turn around and slap this creature as the physical component. Wake up! I got some questions for you.
So you're casting the spell, correct?
Find out who killed Ada.
And
Okay. So you cast the spell, and the magics take place, and as you feel more than see the spirit coalescing around the body and then entering into the mouth, and then and its eyes pop open. Not looking at you, but looking just in whatever direction they're already looking in.
And I'll step back so that I'm a bit out of his eyesight. I don't necessarily want him to recognize me per se.
My hand's kind of like moving toward my weapons naturally, like.
Okay. Yeah, like I don't like this. Yeah. Understood.
Okay, friend. Ask this corpse here. Who sent him to this village, please?
And he sees, he nods, and he says the master.
Who is his master?
Hoshna Hamata Hatledasna, the leader.
This is not good. Does he ask him if he knows why he was sent here?
Hinsna lokatar storra. Hitundans Hishta untakalata. To kill all the landwalkers.
I lean back over to the wardrobe, and quietly enough as not to trigger conversation with anybody but him. Do you happen to have anything you're wondering on why they're attacking? We're close to being done here.
Why? Why did they kill Ada?
Why kill the landwalkers? Would be my next question.
Hinslatkot gorkatalasta. Hotasnalacha. Because they can.
So what? I'm just. Am I just sport to you? Mel just blurts out at that point.
It doesn't react. Oh, you wanted you told the other guy you told Frothlock to ask him. Iskatalash tashkatabwata. And as it answers the last question, it goes limp. It said you're nothing.
Well,
Is that true, Mel?
well, Wolverine needs another face.
He's already got this one.
Oh yeah.
I already have that one.
Yep, that face is You were talking to a faceless fish man, yes.
I forgot about that. Okay. Oceanus, Loth, thank you for your time. And I'm going to ask that you... I need a minute with this body. I need to do something grisly, and I don't know that anybody aside from me needs to see this. So if you guys can go about your business...
Do you speak elf,
please.
Mel?
No, only Dwarven and Common.
Okay. So Loth kind of leans over towards Oceanus and says something that you don't... Do you speak Elven, Theobald?
No.
Okay. So neither one of you understand what he asked. You can. It looks to be some sort of question that Thothlak is asking, and
Well, Vane understands.
what? But you're not there, or are you there? Oh, he went. Okay, I didn't know you went. I didn't hear you say that.
Nobody knows you went. He should be invisible following them.
Okay, even better. So you do understand.
And I also cast tongues, so I would have understood the conversation with the dead.
Okay.
Was the translation correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He basically, what you hear a mask is like, is he going to mate with the body? Is what he was asking Oceanus.
Well, Vane whispers yes.
You bastards!
and Oceanus kind of shakes his head in his hands, is like, and says something else in Elvish, which is basically, no, nothing like that. I think he's just going to mutilate the body.
No, he's definitely going to make out with it.
And kind of looks around, but doesn't have any idea where that voice came from at all. Not with that roll, he doesn't. Basically, may I leave now? Standing is unfamiliar here.
You asking me? Wait.
He just asked out loud. He's looking at Mel because Mel was the one that wanted him here.
I think he's.
Yes,
I think we're good.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Please go on about your day. Go be comfortable, friend. I appreciate you.
And with that, he nods and turns, and then his feet flap, 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 and his tail as he waddles his way over to the water, and then basically falls in, just face first, just drops into the water. But as soon as he hits the water, is gone. Just takes off. Extremely fast once it drops. So did you? And Oceanus looks like. So did you learn anything from that?
No. Unfortunately, I didn't learn anything more than these are just aggressive creatures that need to be destroyed.
Well,
as I pull my mace off my back.
And Oceanus kind of half laughs and says, "I could have told you that. You wouldn't even need to cast a spell."
Yes, and I would have believed you, friend. But I wanted to hear it from this creature's mouth.
From the fish's mouth.
As I swing my hammer upon its skull, caving it in.
There's a meaty cracking thumping noise as its head basically caves in. More gray matter and blood come gushing out of other parts of his face.
And I just stand there for a moment, just calm, and I move my hammer back and put it up, just shaking with silent rage. I'm going to go get drunk. This was a waste of my fucking time. Thank you. And I just wander off, just spitting and cursing loudly in Dwarven. Just anybody in town on a clear day can just hear my rage at this point. Just not happy. Fucking kill them all! Pulls out my flask. Damn fish son of the.
Okay.
Yeah, this affected Dwarfy more than we wanted it to.
Gotcha. Okay. So what's everybody else doing this day?
What time is it?
Well, I mean, since this is pretty much following Lilvain, Mel, and Seabold during their part. So this is like first thing in the morning. What are you doing? Since we kind of followed those three for now.
I mean, since I'm at the dock, I just bring out my fishing pole and cast it out. Kind of like...
Yeah, Nate's still asleep.
No.
The 0? Yeah, okay. That works. And Nessa's also, quote unquote, sleeping. Quote
Hey,
unquote.
it's morning, okay? I might be a little tired by then, so I don't know if I'm sleeping. I'm resting.
Resting?
But
Round
I don't
two.
know if I'm sleeping, yeah.
All right, easy enough.
Any news from Timmy?
No, he has not left his house.
I'm just, Seabold's going to do a sweep around town just while that's going on. And
Okay.
sure nothing else crazy had happened.
Yeah, so
That
things
we
are
didn't know
things
about.
things are kind of calmed down a little bit. Now, this day, what a lot of you kind of have noticed is that there are a few more of those creatures, the Lokathath. There are a few more of them around town. You've also noticed that there's a lot more elves that have been seen around town, more of the same, with the same library as the ones that you saw last night during the combat. There's also quite a few lizard people. These are all, unlike the wood and stone spears and things that they had before. A lot of them are equipped with the weapons that you had recovered from the pirate ship many, what seems like a lifetime ago. And they are wielding with those. And there's been a lot more action happening around the town hall. Not just with these particular new Desians and people around. A lot of curious people, as far as the rest of the town, have been kind of gathering and trying to crane their necks to see what is going on. And what a lot of the rumors and what's really happening is the town hall main hall has been kind of converted into a headquarters of sorts. The large tables, the four large tables that made up that U shape that that was normally used for the council have been pushed together into a large, a much larger table, rectangle, 2x2 in shape, with a large oceanic map that's been put on top of it. There's been a couple of the Lokath that have the Lokathath. It's hard to say that word, but there's a few of them that have been in that area. A few lizard folk that have stayed in that area. A few of the what looks to be higher ranked elves out of that group have all been kind of milling around there and pointing at various spots on the map and having discussions and things like that. It seems that whatever is going on as far as the combat, the war, the dealing with the Sahaugin, things are starting to really ramp up as far as the planning and all that stuff is concerned. over the next couple of days, it's kind of been the same kind of behavior. A lot more folks showing up that weren't here before. There's even been a small contingent of men from the surrounding townships that seem to have been called in by Erlander to bolster the lowered ranks of the town guard due to the attack that happened, just a few nights ago. So things are just getting really busy around town.
So
yes,
there's no movement from Timmy in the first day?
So that's what I was about to get you. He has not left the house in 3 days.
I would have gone immediately on the first day. If he hasn't.
Have you? Okay.
I'm banging on the door. Timmy! Timmy! Busting in.
You're gonna bust in. As soon as you bust in, Timmy was reaching for the door handle, and you just kind of bust your way in on and open up the cheap door, and he's with his hand out, just kind of looking at you. You can tell he's in a bad way. Eyes are puffy. Looks like he hasn't really washed his face or anything like that. The smell, you can smell the smell of freshly cooked bacon and eggs, so it does look like he has been eating, at least this morning he had ate.
Is she still dead on the floor?
No, so she is now, her body is propped up on a chair at the kitchen table.
Ah,
Oh, does
Very
she have
nice.
breakfast?
She does not have a plate in front of her.
Okay.
It's a question of psychology.
can you close the window, Timmy? There's a breeze going through.
Can't help it smell.
Timmy,
What, Mr. Wilvane?
how are you feeling, Timmy?
Not really all that great, Mr. Wilvane.
Timmy, you have to listen closely, Timmy. Are you listening, Timmy?
That doesn't involve talking, Mr. Wilvane. Yes, I'm listening.
Why do I bother with you, Timmy? Timmy, you must join me, Timmy. We must avenge the death of your mother. We must turn these fish people into our tomb of darkness.
What does that even mean, Mr. What? I'm not a I'm a leather worker, Mr. Wilvane.
Heed
That's
my
all I.
words, Timmy. Your mother, the woman who brought you into this world and taught you the art of leatherworking, the one you loved with every fiber of your being, she was brutally taken from you by the fish people. They have no regard for her life, no understanding of love or loss. To them, your mother was just another victim, Timmy. Do you understand me, Timmy?
Yes, Mr. Wilvane, I understand, but my mama didn't teach me how to do no leather working.
Well, someone did, Timmy. Just never mind. Imagine their faces. A grim reminder of their downfall. A torment for every fish person that ever sees the book. Are you following me, Timmy? You don't look like you're following me, Timmy.
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Wilvane, and golly, I'll be honest. Given them what for, it sounds appealing, Mr. Wilvane, but I don't know. I gotta take Mama up to the cemetery today. I gotta deal with that. So, maybe tomorrow, Mr. Wilvane. I got things to do.
Embrace the darkness, Timmy.
But it's daytime, Mr. Wilvane.
Should have picked a different vessel. Come see me at the Guildhall when you're ready, Timmy. We shall avenge her.
Oh, okay, Mr. Wilvane.
Mulvane will leave.
Okay. He just kind of watches you leave and closes the door behind you as you leave.
What did he look like?
Like Timmy. Like he looked just like he's just been crying all night, and not sleeping well.
Did he look vacant or did he look stirred up?
He looked like Timmy, but sad. The same kind of like the golden retriever energy that he has at all time is pretty much has been sapped from him, and now he just looks like a dog that's been beat.
Good enough. That's what he thinks to himself. Good enough.
Good enough. All right.
You did good, pig. You did good.
Like my dog.
Okay. So, things are you still keeping your cat there to keep an eye on him and?
Yep.
Okay.
Making sure he's okay. And
Okay.
He should come to the guild hall within the next few days.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you do get reports of him leaving that day. You know about him basically packing his mother into a handcart and handcarting her from his house up to the cemetery. And is the cat just keeping an eye on him, following him, or just staying at his house? What were your exact? Sorry?
Follow him and report back to me when he leaves, so
Okay.
we would know where he's gone.
Gotcha. All right.
He's at the cemetery.
Yeah, he basically is. He takes his mom's body to the cemetery, and digs her grave himself, and basically spends the entire day there doing it, seemingly kind of on autopilot, just doing it because it's something that needs to be done. Practically like it's what's keeping him busy to not think about it.
Wilvain will send the cat to follow him.
Okay. So after he brings after he buries his mother, he does spend some time at the grave, and eventually heads back to his house, and spends the rest of the day. So with that, what else is going on? That is happening.
Lots of ice.
Lots of ice is happening. It's
Sorry.
It was.
Sorry.
lots and lots of ice. It's
Oh, that was
it
you.
is. Hold on. Yeah. So we're.
That was Timmy burying his mother. No,
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I thought I was muted. I needed more drink.
His mother's on ice. Yeah. So we're actually ending the end.
I'm drinking his mom.
Sure.
Sorry.
Sorry. So we're actually at the end. Well, no, we're nearing the end of the month of reaping. As the next couple of days go by, Nessa, you are given word that they did find a poison dagger. If you wanted to pick it up,
I do.
it's going to cost 2,500 gold.
wow.
Is that a lot?
I
mean-
we have it, but
I mean, is it? I don't know.
from the guy that is wearing 2,800 gold worth of armor, I'm not even gonna bat an eyelash. I'm just give me 2 hours to get into our chest, and I'll get paid for.
And they also found some. They do have a limited supply of water-breathing potions. They have 10 of them. That's all they could gather. Those are
The items.
sorry.
Did they get any of the items I listed?
What were the other ones? Sorry. I think you might have a couple more weeks on those. What were the items again? 'Cause
Put it in the in-character on Discord.
yeah, that's
Pearl of Power, Gloves of Swimming, Ring of Water Walking.
yeah. None of those yet. Just the potions. And like I said, there's 10 water breathing potions. Those are 250 gold each. And her dagger is all that's come in during this week.
So do you want the whole pile of water breathing potions?
We should get one each.
If there's 10, we should get 2 each.
Alright. I just want to know. I'd rather have them in stock than not. Gold is worthless per deck.
What are the funds looking like now?
Well, I'll crack open my ledger, scribble some notes into it. Looks like we have a little over 9,000 gold. So it's not if we want them, we're gonna get them all. But the way that I see it, I would rather have a water breathing potion on everybody and water breathing potions in the chest as well, instead of having all this gold doing nothing for us. So,
Mel, I think you're turning a new leaf.
What's the total including the finding fee?
So the finding fee's already been paid.
Okay.
So it'd be 5k flat then, huh?
Yeah, for the 10, yeah, it would be 5,000 gold total for the dagger and the 10 potions.
All right.
Did we get paid for helping the town out?
For repelling the attack?
Yep.
No.
Boom.
Oh, well, now that we're Erlanders trusted, I'm sure that payment's coming in one way or another. So, I'll send word that's going to take me 2 hours to get into. It's going to take me 2 hours to make payment, but I'll be by in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Make sure Gal's paid appropriately.
So, are you actually looking for all 9 of those things, by the way, Wilvane?
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be 450 gold a week. Or each week that they're looking for them.
2 weeks.
Oh, I mean,
Because essentially it's 50 gold per item per week as they do the searching to find a seller for what you're looking for.
yeah, Wolverine, I'm going to ask that you shorten your list if that's exactly what you want, because that's going to dry us out after too long, unless we come into some kind of money or they're expeditious about it. I mean, I do have a spell that allows a group of people to walk on water, if that helps.
Well, we can take away one.
I'm going to be blunt with you, my dude. Finding fees alone, we got 10 weeks, and even after they found it, I'll have nothing more to pay them unless we somehow manage to fill our coffers in that time. So, like, maybe we have her look for 2 more weeks at most, so that we can afford to pay for more items. Because if not, we're going to be out of money. That's just how this is. Either that, or we only buy 5 of these potions and have her hold on to the rest when we need them to bolster our finances. But honestly, I would just assume have all of the potions and give her 2 more weeks worth of funding, see what she can find. And maybe come back to it when our finances are better. That's my thought.
With the amount of items we're purchasing recently, is she going to give us a discount? Can I speak to her?
If you want to go talk to the quartermaster,
Yeah.
yes, you absolutely can.
Let's try this, Mel. Wallaby. What's her name?
Okay. So you
Will I have the 2 hours beforehand to grab some monies, or are we going to talk to her before I pay her?
Yeah, we'll get the money and go to it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's a few hours there. Seabold, you were still roaming around town, right? Like that was kind of what you've been doing.
Just kind of just making sure like there wasn't something Nothing else is going on that needed any kind of attention. But he's the destruction that was brought to the town.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Yeah, I clicked the button by accident. I didn't mean to click.
Where is Nate?
Probably trying to get drunk again.
Are you?
Yeah. When he finally woke up, he would have gone straight to the bar to try and,
Okay, so you pay after you pay for your first drink. After you down it, immediately you cough up a hairball.
Well, so much for that.
Turns out I can't trust you.
Feelings mutual. And he says that out loud.
What was that?
Nothing.
And he kind of looks at the lump of hair that's sitting on the top of the bar, and he's like, "You're gonna take that with you."
Considering your tip.
Oh,
No, he'll actually clean it up and.
That's your tip. Holy crap! What a
That was about to go someplace.
yeah, it was. All right. Okay, so yeah, you tried to drink. Apparently, you can't be trusted, and so you coughed up another hairball. But that was the first time you've gotten drunk in what, months now? So
Probably.
since the boat, pretty much. When you first became drunk. All right, and with that, you're done.
You're done.
Nessa is doing Hana. Probably still.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that I'm covering everybody, that's all. All right, cool. So you guys head to the quartermaster of Ayus. And as always, she's sitting behind her desk. And as you walk in, she just kind of smiles and says, "I wondered when you gentlemen were going to come see me."
Oh, inevitably. This is one of those beautiful relationships where we pay you and we get to live a little bit longer thanks to the items that you bring us. And I kind of just lump a thing of coins on her, sparing no.
On her? You're like just throwing a bag of coins at her?
Okay, not throwing per se, but just plunk, making sure that the coins sound very coiny.
You're okay, so you're trying to make it like a dramatic thumping noise upon her desk kind of deal, so the coins can. Okay, I gotcha.
Knowing full well it's going to take her a little bit to get through as many coins as I just brought her.
So what can I do for you? Oh, I guess you did hear that that dagger that was being looked for, that came in, and some of the water breathing. Hold on, let me. And she kind of reaches down into the desk, opens up a drawer, pulls out a book. Okay, so yeah, we did find some water breathing potions. Oh, and a fresh note. I forgot about this. We do have a scroll as well.
What's on the scroll?
Water breathing. So we have potions and we have a scroll. We got one in. So that's that. Yeah. The other thing. So speaking of, I did get a note from, well, you, the little one. And this is a hefty list. It's going to take some work to find this many things.
About the list. There's no good way of saying this, but we can't pay you up front this time.
Well, then I can't do any work this time.
Front, Ruben, that's not what we discussed. I was under the impression that we were going to be seeing if we can't get some kind of discount or of any kind, given the amount of business we have done.
I was just about to bargain with that, Mel, but now she knows what I was asking for. So.
Well, again, she's a businesswoman. Speak plainly, little.
Okay, lady, can we have a discount? That was.
Thank you.
Here's. You know I like you, right? You guys have been great customers since I've been here. It's been a
I haven't
very,
seen anyone
very.
else in here. How do you even make money?
You think you're the only ones I deal with?
Often not. Yeah.
Based on
Regardless.
the tests that I've seen, no. I'm happier in business.
Regardless, if I gave you a discount and word got out, then every person out there would ask for a discount. And then if everyone finds out that I'm getting discounts, what will my clientele think? That I've gone soft? Maybe I'm not someone that they want to do business with. No. That's the thing about this kind of business. If you don't stick with what you have, you'll lose everything. Believe me, I've seen it happen.
So is that a no?
She just kind of looks at you and says, "That's a no."
Have you seen the list?
Well, I'll put it to you like this. Being the financier of this whole endeavor, I can't necessarily afford to pay your fee for too many weeks in a row and be able to purchase the items from you. So...
You know what that sounds like? You know what that sounds like?
I'm looking for work. That's what that sounds like.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yes, that is your problem, Mel.
Okay, then allow me to solve that then. I'll hire you after 2 more weeks to look for these items. If you can't find it in 2 more weeks,
Then you suck.
then you will no longer then just wait for me to come back and pay you. And I'm just glaring at Wilvane at this point.
I
can
would like
afford
this
2 more.
woman, okay?
So for these, and she kind of, you can see her counting down, for these 9 items, for 2 weeks, you say?
I can afford to pay you to look for 2 more weeks. If you find anything else,
Well, don't tell her that. Then she'll take 2 weeks to find them. Just a week at a time, Mel. Say she finds them in the first week. She's going to wait a week to tell them we found them.
you make
Never
a good
mind.
point. At this point, you're right, Wilvane.
Well, now you've already
And
said 2 weeks.
you can see her,
I had like an idiot. I'm sorry.
she kind
What
of,
do you want from me?
she kind of puts her hands under her chin as she watches you two kind of go back and forth at each other. Like, this was so much easier when it was only him coming here. You're a very sharp one.
I won't be back.
Well, that would make things easier for me now, wouldn't it? Fine. As I said,
Maybe
with
I
those
should come
9
back.
items, $450 a week.
450.
There's 9 items.
Fair enough.
Fine.
Unless you want to lower the list, I can put out my feelers for less, but it will be less things for me to look for. That's how this business works. You must remember that looking for a single item is not just there's letters that need to be written. There are reaching out to contacts here and there to see what they have available, checking in with various port towns.
What
This
was
is
your name
not
again?
something.
Isa. How many of these items are common?
I've no clue, to be honest with you.
You've never seen these items before? A ring of protection?
I don't. Again, I think you don't understand my piece in this. I only find sellers for things that you want to buy.
And how many of these have you sold?
Well, over the years, a handful maybe. Most of my collectors are looking for things of, let's call them status more than usefulness.
Very well. We shall cut the list if you can't find these.
So what items then?
Give it a week or so and let us know.
But which items are we looking for here?
The whole 9 for the first week. The
Okay.
second week we shall see.
Indeed.
So, I'll pay you for. Okay, fine.
1 week, man. Not 2 weeks, 1 week.
Okay, fine.
going to
1
Scammers.
week. Okay, fine. A single week.
Are we getting the potions?
Yeah. We'll,
Sorry?
We'll also take. You have all those water breathing potions. Plus
Yep.
that dagger. And I nudge for the sack of gold that I have. This should
How much is the
cover.
scroll, too?
How much is the scroll?
250.
Why is the scroll? Never mind.
It's
Actually,
water
take the scroll. What am I thinking? I'm a wizard. Is that a wizard spell? Is it a wizard spell?
She was really hoping you wouldn't have figured that part out.
Well, I didn't, but Will Vane would have.
Yeah, that's really what I was waiting for, was you to just be like, wait a minute, why would I buy all these when I could just get...
Well, I'm still going to let him buy them, but then get the scroll and then learn it.
Wait
Yep.
a minute.
He won't.
And you're on me for fucking finance? And you're gonna let me waste our money like this, you son of a
Please
bitch?
get the potions. I don't trust Will Vane to cast that on me.
Well, listen, I don't trust him either, but
Is it a cleric or a wizard spell?
It's gonna be
What?
all these fish around us with fish water
So,
breathing around us.
Or is there different versions?
water breathing is
It's a level 3 wizard
a...
spell. Okay.
Sorry?
It's a level 3 wizard spell, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
artificer.
Druid, Eldritch Knight, Ranger, Sorcerer, Wizard, Arcane Trickster. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay. So clearly, I'm not handing out any of these.
And, you know, can be cast as a ritual, so there's that. And just FYI, the spell itself can give up to 10 creatures water breathing for up to 24 hours.
So I need to. It's a level 3 spell. How much does it cost to put in my book? I guess I'll work that. I'll work that out later and then take that.
Level 3, it's a transmutation, so it'll be full price, so it should be 150 gold. I'll have to double check that, but I think it's 150.
I think it's 100 per spell level, 50 per spell level for evocation.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. I'll have to double check it. We'll worry about that.
I've got gems and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Will Vane will pass a gem for the scroll. Or 2 gems.
Okay.
At least that's coming out of your pocket.
Yeah, Will Vane will pay for that directly.
Okay. Yeah. And she easily takes the gems. And so for you're purchasing the potions and the dagger, correct?
Yeah, I'll take those. I'll take those items. Let him worry about his magic.
Excellent.
And for the week, you said 450, correct?
450. Yes, that is correct.
I'll pull out 2 electrum bars and a couple of platinum pieces and some gold to pay for the week.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. It was very, very nice doing business with you. Here is your potions, and she actually picks up this. It almost looks like it's got a solid bottom, And on top, there's two opening. It opens up essentially kind of butterflies open. So unlocks it and butterflies it open, and in there is a rack, essentially two poles that are stuck into the base of it that come out, and there are little U-shaped holders that go down both sides, and on each side there are 5 potions, and the necks of these potions are popped into these little U-shaped indentions. The inside is kind of lined with a light blue velvet, and it looks to essentially kind of hold them in place and keep them from jostling around too much in transit. So she pops that open and pulls the potions out one by one. Each one of them is a green foamy sea color, and floating in the middle is a bubble that kind of keeps the shape of a jellyfish, and it seems to be just floating in the potion to and fro, and just having a good old time. She pops each of them out of the case and puts them on the table, and then brings out a green cloth that a green and black cloth, excuse me. And on one corner of the cloth, there is the symbol of a flying snake. And she puts it on the table and then very carefully unfolds the cloth. And in it is this wicked-looking curved dagger. This has a channel. What you doing?
Just see if I recognize the symbol.
Give me a history check.
Wicked as in evil, or wicked as in like this looks wicked sick?
It looks wicked. Like it looks. It's not evil as like it emanates any sort of malice, but it's a brutal looking weapon. It looks like a weapon that was made to damage. Like knives are, with a nice thin, this one is made to look dangerous. It's made to be scary.
I'm gonna be so badass. Holy shit.
Down one edge of it, there is a channel. And she picks it up and says, now, to use this, there's a small button on the hilt here. All you need do is press. And as she presses it, that channel fills with a black viscous liquid. She says, now just stick this in something you want to no longer be alive. But, not today. You'll have to try again tomorrow. It refills once a day.
Oh. That is good to know. Thank you. And how long does that viscous fluid stay in that channel?
Did something die today from that blade?
Oh, she used it as a demonstration.
So it lasts around a minute. It's long enough to kill just about anything that you need killed.
Noted. That works for me. Thank you as always. And my apologies for bringing so much trouble to your office.
Oh, you brought money too, so I guess I'll forgive you this time.
Well, we could call it a short trouble, actually.
I said little trouble, that was the joke. Always ruining it, Mel.
In your case, buddy, I really tried. Really tried.
I'm leaving now. Have the day you deserve.
Yes, you too, my friends, you too.
Bye. time.
Not you. Come on. How long has it been? Can I quickly grab the dagger and go and kill a squirrel?
I mean,
We've got 30 seconds, Mel. Let's find something.
I'll pick up the dagger and just glare at him. 30 seconds, you say? Okay.
so just
Might sting a little bit.
little metagaming knowledge. Essentially, what the poison itself, anything that gets stabbed with it while it's poisoned, while the blade is poisoned for that 1 minute, needs to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or it takes an additional 2d10 poison damage and is poisoned for a minute. So it suffers the poison condition for 1 minute, as well as taking the extra damage. And as a reminder, the poison condition, basically they take disadvantage on their attack rolls and so on and so forth as they're racked with the wooziness and the pain of the poison itself.
Is there a bonus to attack and damage as well? Or
No.
It's the poison.
Well, it's a +1, so it's a +1 weapon.
Can we use the poison in like food or something? If we like stab the
Guess we'll have to test.
in a soup or something and squirt it?
Just stab a soup.
Stab the soup.
Nate, soup stabber.
Super stabber.
Trying to think of something that you can, spread poison in without like an obvious stab mark.
We gotta think.
Oh, that's funny. Holy crap, that's... Can we stab a soup?
Poison a soup.
With
Beer.
that,
Keg.
the question I'm going to ask as a group question, Nessa, you're the order of this item. I'm going to give it to you regardless, but I have one question.
Where am I? Are we able to actually have this conversation?
Did you go find her? Are you trying to go find her?
Yeah,
I mean, you kind of know probably where she is.
I think it was just Mel and Wilvane there.
Yeah.
And so the rest of us were out.
I'm gonna collect up the items,
Yeah.
say goodbye, and continue to argue with Wilvane the entire way to the bar. And,
Little was the joke,
yeah.
Mel. Little, not short.
Oh, I know, but in your case, I really just wanted to be a ham about it. Because, obviously,
I can't believe you told her 2 weeks.
I mean, what else did you want me to say about the whole thing?
I was just trying
We
to
said 2 weeks, you didn't communicate to me otherwise, and the whole thing changed and flip-flopped, and then the conditions changed, and this is what I was trying to fucking get on about prior to even leaving the guild hall.
Anyway.
I don't know. This whole thing would have been a lot smoother if he was with us.
There's always
Probably
fish.
would have kept us from fighting like an old married couple.
It's not much fun otherwise.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give you that. This has been quite an entertaining day thus far.
All right, let's go.
Yes, sir. Say what?
Let's go and poke Nate
Like a tag team?
with the dagger. No.
Oh, that kind of poke.
Hold on, sorry, what?
Another time.
Okay, fine.
That's it.
I come down with like my shirt all like tucked in, half not, or my tunic half tucked in, half not, my hair all crazy, and I'm just like, what?
Have you been in a fight? Are you okay?
Yeah.
I can say that, yeah, it was quite a fight, but I won.
Did you
Anna
take
won
his
3
face?
times. Sorry.
How's your lady doing anyway, madam?
Oh, she's satisfied, man. I'm a goat, and she's
I'm a goat.
satisfied.
Oh, fabulous. I gotta give
I didn't know you learned polymorph yet.
No, I tried to be like the goat, but it came out really weird.
Well, that just changed the conversation altogether right there.
I was trying to be like I'm the goat, but it came out all wrong. I can't. I'm half asleep, man. What can I help you with? I don't have to be on the clock for another hour.
Well, I have a present for you. And you know that dagger you were looking for?
I helped too.
I'm sure you
caused
did,
more
Rolvain.
You caused more trouble in there than anything else. I was fully capable of that Milwaukee on my own. Thank you.
You guys are cute.
Thanks.
Aw. I figure we were an old married couple in a previous life, given the way we've been on today. But either way. And so we found a really nice dagger.
Oh my god.
But it's a dagger.
Yes.
I had this thought walking in. Are you going to be a frontline fighter? Are you going to be close enough to be able to? Are you going to be close enough to anything that threatens you to use this appropriately?
Well, I do have a cloud of daggers, so I'm feeling kind of daggery, you know? Like, I feel like the daggers are within me. And so if something gets up close, because inevitably Nate runs away and something gets close to me, I want to have some sort of frontline for defense, is basically
They
it.
go here, they go there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Aw, see, Paul, that was so cute.
You know, fair enough. And I fish out the dagger and hand it over. My thought is, in my experience, maybe this sounds a little bit more like a Seabold item, but that's not my call to make. It's your order, and you do with it with what you wish to do with it, I guess. Words are hot from this. My apologies. But
She takes it and then looks around at her tunic and her pants, and she's like, I don't know where I'm gonna put this right now.
I could put it in the chest for now if you want me to take this home. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alrighty. But think on it, madam. Seabold seems to be... When things get scrappy, Seabold seems to be closer to me as compared to you being close to me. So,
Right, but somebody, I think, like, in the back of my mind, I keep hearing the words glass cannon being said to me, like, as if it was a diss or something. I was like, blah, blah, blah,
No,
you're a glass cannon. So, I don't know. I feel like the dagger could be shared between Seabold and I at some point. You know, we can switch on and off for battle if that's how you're feeling. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and take ownership of it, and we're going to go from there.
of course. And my apologies. I never meant to insult you. I'm sorry if I said it as such. That's on me. I needed to learn common far more effectively. And he swears a little bit in Dwarven. My apologies. All right.
I mean, you're fine. You're fine. I'm gonna go upstairs and get changed officially, and then my shift would start, but I think I need to have some conversations with you guys and catch up, because it's been like, and she mumbles to herself, days, weeks, time, and I've been a little busy, so with my fiance.
Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
You know what? You're going to be on the clock, and I need about an hour to get things locked up. I'll be back here for a drink after a little bit. So we'll catch up then, yeah?
Sounds good.
Perfect. And I wander off.
Okay.
That's all
You
that.
deserve.
The day you deserve.
All
right,
little Wayne.
So that has been dropped. You have it in your inventory, and I also dropped the thing that you add to yourself. The spell, the effect. Why did the cinder bar?
Yeah, that was very confusing for me.
Or to have the natural ability to poison, you know.
There we go. I fixed it.
Got item.
And all those water breathing potions, yeah?
Yeah, I'll drop those. That's the other thing that I was about to do.
Perfect, thank you.
Whoops.
So are you giving everyone 2 each, or what are you doing with them?
That's what I'm waiting to kind of know for sure.
I want them all in my inventory. For the
I'm
time
good with
being.
1.5.
a half breathe underwater.
Just with the straw.
I want to partially drown.
1.5 and a straw.
So you're okay. So yeah. So see, Wilbane, you're
I've just got the scroll.
scroll. Yeah, I'm dropping the scroll on.
Does that get used when I learn?
Yes.
Okay.
When you learn that, when you learn this, or when you inscribe the spell, the scroll is burnt in the process.
Okay.
Scroll of water breathing you have now. And Mel, you said you want all of them.
For the time being, yes. I've got something to sort out with Wilvane with that new spell of his, but we'll get these potions sorted out in the coming...
Oh, you already had one, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, that would have leave this one.
Yeah, it's only 2 hours per spell level, 50 GP per spell level, so it's only going to cost 150 in 6 hours.
Yeah, so you'll be able to do that in a day, no problem.
But the long and the short of it is, I'm going to end up putting 6 of these potions in the chest, and...
All right. Yes, you now have 11 potions of water breathing in your inventory, so you're good. So everyone should have what they own. Good to go there. All right. So...
Wait, we're going back to the chest.
I'm going back to the chest and locking my door. I have accounting to do. I don't know what you're doing, but
I want to
that's
show you
what...
something cool, Mel.
Not around my chest, obviously.
You told me to enchant it. I've got something.
Wait, you mean we haven't already enchanted this damn thing?
No, you told me to learn. I've done it. Watch this.
Hold on. Before you get too ahead of yourself, what is it? What kind of enchantment do you have?
It's going to lock it for anyone, unless we tell them. Tell the spell who should be able to unlock it.
And like, we're having this conversation as we approach my chest.
Yes.
You see how effectively this is banded into the thing?
Yes. This is mechanical. Anyone can unlock it. I can use an arcane lock, and nobody can break it.
Anyone, you say? Well, far fewer than say that arcane spell. But my question is, what kind of... Is it just a verbal key? Or you just tell it, only I can unlock it? Or is it going to be more than just me?
As many as we tell it.
And I am wildly uncomfortable on having somebody else's lock other than mine on it, but...
Just watch this. Let's do it. Where's the maid?
Yes. Did someone call me?
Yes, ma'am.
So Wilvane wants to lock it for everyone but the drunks. So only us 5 can unlock it, and I'm gonna cast arcane lock on it, and then try and get the maid to just lift the chest. This is what it looks like. There's arcane lock.
Yeah. And there was the click. Okay. Yeah, another entry. Yeah. Locked for the duration. You designate can open the object normally. And you can also set a password. Yeah.
I just want it for the people, no password.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Until it's broken or just dispelled or suppressed, and etc. And yeah, so yeah, she's absolutely unable to open it at all.
And then get Mel to lift it.
And Mel has no problem.
Okay.
Mel has no problem. And then get her to try it again.
And it won't.
So.
Okay.
What do you think?
Thank you, Wilvane. I appreciate your magic. I love it.
Cool. Next time I'll make it explode too. No explosions. Not with my money.
Sir, I just want to say, if you do make it in the future explode, please do not ask me to try. If you wouldn't mind, I don't want to overstep my bounds, but I would rather not explode.
Do you have a friend?
If they were my friend, I wouldn't want them to explode either.
Do you have an enemy?
I mean, only Seamus when he comes home late and drunk, but
What about that Timmy boy?
Okay,
Useless.
if you guys will excuse me, I got some work to do on this chest. So, I'm gonna kindly ask you to get out of my room.
We can do
Away
it to
from-
the door, too.
And by this point, Mel's just kind of like standing in front of the chest, like being just extra big around it, just trying to defend
pulling
it
your
against
like
me, but
pushing your chest out and trying to make yourself bigger, look bigger.
Like a red,
Yeah,
little red panda.
Exactly. Just
I got you.
Bailu, go on, get out of here, Bailu.
Okay. Sure. All right. So, do y'all have any like major plans? Is there anything that you all have going on?
No, but I am going to walk around the house locking the doors. Apart
All-
from anyone but
All the doors?
and the maid. Yep.
And the maid? Okay. So the front and the back door.
Yep.
Okay.
Room doors, they're all locked unless it's one of the drunks or the maid
Okay.
until further notice.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. I need to add that to my notes.
Did you lock the windows too?
Are the windows open? Can we open the windows?
Yeah. Windows open. All the windows are latched, so you can latch them from the inside to, do that thing.
Five room doors, 2 front doors.
Okay, so the room doors, are you doing those individually as well, or is it anybody out of the group can open anybody's door?
Anyone in the group can open any one of the doors.
Okay. But that's just on the arcane lock side, so they still have their physical locks, so as well.
Yeah. Okay. That's gonna take about 5 days.
Okay.
Door locking.
So about a week. That works. So, unless anybody else has some things that they really want to get done, the next couple of weeks kind of go by without any issues. At the end of that first week, the ring of swimming and the bracers of defense are both found and available for purchase and pickup. That's what you all want to do.
I would take them both.
Okay, so the bracers of defense
That's the 101.
are let me find it because I lost it. Just had it. Problem. It's not highlighting it. Ouch. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's $6,000.
What?
We sure as fuck don't got that.
Is that in the DMG?
So the bracers themselves are. Whoops. Let me look at the right thing. I might be looking at the wrong one. Hold on.
Just look at something.
It's a rare. It's a rare.
$6,000. I mean,
Oh, yes, $5,000. Sorry.
Well, that's not much better.
well, it means that it means that we can afford it.
And then the other one. So that's the bracers of defense, and then the ring of swimming is the other one. And the ring of swimming itself is.
Uncommon, so
Yeah, that one I think is 500.
And what exactly does the bracer of defense do?
mechanically +2 to AC.
Who gets it?
It's basically the only armor I can wear because I.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah,
it doesn't
Fair
take what's it called? Specialization or what's it called? Proficiency.
Yeah, and the ring of swimming is an uncommon, so yeah, that one's gonna be 500.
So, looking at the reserves, that's gonna essentially wipe us out.
Let's see what I've got.
I mean, we can buy both, but we have nothing else for nobody. We have enough to live very beautifully for a little while, but we're not spending any money on anything else for quite a while. But it can be done. Not gonna be happy about it, but it can be done.
I've got 1,000 in gems to put towards it.
Honestly speaking, I'd rather you have your gems. They seem to make you happy, and we have all this gold just sitting around doing nothing.
Oh,
That's my thought.
Being very generous right now.
Well,
Women's confused.
Joys confuse me. I love it.
If you wish, Mel, this will help me quite a bit.
well,
I'm very squishy.
well, yes. Again, the idea is, I might have an attitude towards my loot, my treasure, my gold, but at the end of the day, without you, Willowvane, I would not have acquired it. You have saved my life more times than I can count. And besides, if I withhold any money from anybody in this party, let's just say that I'm too close to the end of my life, even naturally, that I can't piss my god off. So I have to buy this item for you for the sake of going to where I want to be at the end of my life. So,
Very well, we shall fill this chest twofold.
perfect. Perfect. That's all I ask. Help me fill it, son of a bitch, so I can be happy. So,
Yeah, I guess we'll get both then.
Okay.
The ring of swimming gives a swimming speed of
Of 40 feet.
40 feet.
I've got water walking, and I'm happy enough with that, assuming I can speak.
I got some floaties.
I got
Probably
drowning. I got drowning.
I got that going for me.
Well,
some floaties.
I will keep the ring. I'll keep the ring on my character sheet, but I'll probably won't. I'll be able to just pass it around. It's a ring, right? We can.
Okay, yeah. Because the ring, I don't believe you need to attune to it to make it work. I don't believe that. Double check.
Braces, you might.
so need 55.
No, you just have the bracers. You just need to wear.
Okay.
You don't need to attune to the bracers, and you don't need to attune to the ring either.
Cool.
So neither one is an attunement item.
Do I need to attune to the dagger?
The dagger of venom, I believe that you just gotta press the button.
She wouldn't have been able to use it if you had to attune to it, right? Unless you attuned to it beforehand, I guess.
Yeah, you just use an action to cause it to ooze the thick mucus, the poison, and then for the next minute, it does an extra 2d10 when they fail their Constitution saves.
And it's a one-time use.
Per day.
Okay, but you get to stab one creature, and then the effect leaves the dagger. Or can you
that's
stab
what it
multiple?
said.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
It says one creature.
Okay.
To an attack using this weapon.
Yeah, it hits a creature, so it does affect that one creature. Yeah. Actually, I don't think I need to double check this because maybe it isn't once per day. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
No, it does say the dagger can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. It does say it at the very bottom. You're right.
But
There
it
we
can
go.
still be used as a dagger.
Oh yeah, you can still stab the shit out of everything.
Okay, cool.
It still stabs. It just doesn't also
Venom
poison
stuff.
them. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Use it against big things. But yeah, so the poison condition, just as a reminder, the poison condition itself basically is a. Oh, I didn't mean to actually poison Erlander. I didn't mean to actually click that button and make a throw up noise.
That son of a bitch.
Wow, that's chunky.
We figured it out.
Yeah. They take disadvantage on their attack rolls and things like that, so it makes them, it makes them more difficult to hit you and stuff like that when they're poisoned. So it's got business. All right.
Where is that retching coming from?
Yeah, that was me hitting the actual button to poison, and since I had Erlander highlighted, it applied to him, and that set off the sound effect for being poisoned. There you go. That's what happened. Got him. Fine.
Got him.
Got him.
So yeah, none of those take. I need to give you the Ring of Swimming, Wilvain.
The ring of wishful swimming.
Is right, and the Bracers of Defense are also on your inventory.
On the fence, but now they're not.
And
Okay,
Yeah.
it did not increase my.
no, it's not going to automatically do it. All you need to do is on the main where your AC is. If you click the little,
Yeah, and I did it again, like I did the armor spell basically.
what's that?
I keep the mage armor spell permanently on the thing. I don't have to remember to cast it every time.
Gotcha.
Can I make a deposit into the gold treasury? It's like I'm hanging on to 496 gold. I think that's a little bit too much to lug around.
Well, remember, you don't have to carry all of that on you at all times. You have your own chest in your room that you can keep any excess of whatever you want. So
yes, if you would like to make a donation to the.
I'm sure he's like, if you want to give me money.
Yeah, I'm gonna give 400 to Mel. He takes care of business.
Okay.
All right.
Nate's gonna go with when they visit the quartermaster lady, and then ask if she can look for an immovable rod.
All right. So if you're gonna, so you found those two items, right? Whoops. Those two items have been found, and you're no longer looking at those. So that's gonna drop the next week's
pay for it.
prices down to 350. But if you're also going to add,
No, we're not looking for anything else. We have no
Hold
money
on.
to pay for.
Yeah,
that.
we've
Nothing.
got no money to pay for them, so just cancel the list for now.
just cancel the list for now. Okay.
Yeah.
She can do that. She will do that.
Until we
What
get some
list?
more cash.
What list? I don't know about no list.
The list of items that Wilvain has been wanting.
But
So-
now, if Nate wants to foot the bill for something,
Yeah, I'll do the 50 gold for the week of the.
Okay, for the first week, so you're going to be looking for an immovable rod. Okay. Okay, she will see what she can do for you on
We'll
that.
see if she can find your immovable rod.
Giggity.
what
All right.
does Gamos think of this? Damn it.
Yeah, and you paid her the 50, so Unimus. All right. So with that, that's the first week. That's fine. All right. So at the end of that first week, you're finally actually asked to come to the war room, as they've been starting to call the guild hall, and request that you're all there because they have something extremely important for the effort that involves you.
Involves us.
Nate will begrudgingly go.
Okay, math is good there. Okay, I'm here for it.
Okay, So, is everybody going, or is somebody not going?
Things seem to be escalating quickly. Go see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Cool. So when you get there, Erlander and a lot of other folks are kind of wrapped around the table. There is another one of those fish. There's actually a couple of the fish folk, the ones that you saw before that we can't pronounce their name. The couple of them. There's some lizard folk. There's just a lot of folks in there. And in addition, there's a couple of humans that are wearing colors that you've seen around town, but they haven't really been like... You've seen them, but they haven't really been involved in much of anything that you've really noticed. And Erlander says, you're here. Good. Thomas, come. And he kind of and Thomas comes over to you. Thomas is dressed in a blue and red suit. Not a suit, but his livery is blue and red. Each one kind of the blue being his pants, but a red tunic. And he introduces himself. He's like, "Hello, I am the commanding officer for the Mariners Guild. And we have something that we believe will help us greatly in the weeks to come. But we're gonna need your assistance."
As usual.
So I've heard.
Hey, Erlander, where's Ada?
Oh my god.
That's just in poor taste.
He
doesn't actually know.
He doesn't know. Just daggers. What?
There's one of you missing.
Bruh.
The one time he remembers a name.
Does he not know? Did you not tell him?
What? Tell me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I'm not.
She died in the attack.
Of all
you mean
people I
she
didn't
died?
want to tell.
That's all we have to say about that. Let us continue with what's ahead.
Is Anders in there?
Anders is there. Yes.
Wolverine will look to Anders. What does his face look like when this is?
He looks very... Huh?
Still on him?
Yeah, he still has it. That's one thing. He just seems like he's kind of out of sorts. This war and planning for killing is not his forte, and it's really not. He doesn't seem comfortable there at all.
Was Ada the dwarf?
No, that was Copperlocks. That was the dwarf. Ada was the boisterous fisherwoman, the one whose family has been fishing these waters for years and years and years, and has about 5 of her own boats that she owns.
She had gray hair.
Yes, the gray-haired one.
Okay.
The older human woman.
Is the dwarf there? There's a dwarf. Strawberry blonde.
Yes, that. She's there, but she's not really concerned too much about the war effort part of it, other than protecting the mine. That's where all her concern seems to be lying, is in the mine itself.
So Erlander's the only one that was visibly shocked by that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was kind of pissed when you brought her up. That is correct.
We'll do finger guns.
As I was saying, there's a island off the southern coast that, well, I believe it can be a very good forward vantage point for Saltmarsh. From here, it's hard to see. However, but if we are able to put a tower on it with a signal fire, or better yet, a lighthouse, we could not only have a early warning if anything comes towards Saltmarsh.
Are we getting on another boat? Is this what you're telling us? Another one?
There will be, yes, a boat.
Yes.
Oh, this is why we provisioned ourselves, Wolverine.
Yes, but isn't that how Nate died? Never mind.
Nate's still here. Listen, if there's anybody here that should be fearful of the water, it should be me.
May I continue?
If you
yes,
wish.
please.
Don't stop me.
This island, as I had stated before, is mostly uninhabited.
Mostly?
At least, as far as we know, it's mostly uninhabited. There was once an abbey that laid there, but it hasn't been in use, as far as we know, for years and years. But that's not the worst part of it. The problem is the undead. We had tried to make landfall upon it, but the
Is that a
beach is
problem?
just... Sorry?
Mel, can you turn undead? Is that a thing?
Yes, actually.
Oh, should be a breeze. When do we leave?
Well, in the next... Well, not the end of this week, but the end of the next week is when we plan. But let us finish what the plan is for this.
Oh,
What we need you to do is the following. 1, we need you to clear the beach
Someone
of
take
these
notes.
undead.
there's the beach.
The second portion is to go to the location to the northern part of the island
Yes?
where the abbey used to sit, to just make sure that there's nothing else there that will interrupt the construction of the tower or lighthouse. I believe we're probably going to go with the lighthouse in that location. Those are the 2 things we need.
Oh. Step-free profit? Is that...
Yes, there will be a reward involved in this. Yes, of course, and anything that you happen to find while there is of course yours to keep.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Except for beach party.
So we have already informed not near the island, but near-ish to the island is another lighthouse that's on the coast that we've already been in contact with, another one of our members of the Mariners Guild, and he will be your base of operations before heading to the island itself. So you will leave here on a skiff that we will provide for you to take you to the first location. Once there, you will then take a smaller boat from there to the island itself, which should only take about 2 hours. The problem with the island itself is that it is only accessible from one location. The island is pretty much entirely just nothing but cliffs, leading around all sides except for one, which is where the beach is. And that is also where all the undead are. This island used to be also a hotbed for pirate activity, so we are not entirely sure whether or not pirate activity is still happening on the island. These are the threats that we can indeed warn you about. We know of the undead because we were attacked by them. But we do not know if the Abbey has anyone on it, if there's pirates on the island. We simply just do not know. We haven't been able to get on. But that's what we need you for. Yes.
I hate boats, heights, undead, and pirates. Do I have to go?
Nate, you're coming with us. If I have to go, you have to go.
Damn it.
Yup. And unfortunately, I have to ask that Nesta uses her investment properly. So, yes, Nate, you have to join us.
Great.
We need somebody to
Investment have to
run
do
from
with
everything.
me.
So
Well,
Excellent. That is what I had hoped to hear.
What does the voice in your head say, Nate?
I wonder what's on the island. You want to know what's on the island too.
And I guess I do too, so I guess I'm going to have to go.
You
I
poor
hate
bastard.
this.
I hope it's cool.
It won't be cool. It has undead and tyrants. Probably has undead freaking tyrants.
Well, that makes it even cooler for me then. Now I'm excited and getting paid. I'm in.
All right.
Are you the voice in my head?
So the plan is not the end of this week, but the end of the next week. So there's just going to be they're just getting everything kind of the prep work and the there's going to be some supplies that are already going to be at the lighthouse that you're going to start from, right? So they're going to get some base supplies there for you and all that kind of stuff, just in case it takes, a little bit of extra time or whatever. They're going to get all that set up and all that ready for you, and that's going to take them about a week before you actually take off. After that next week, so they were not able to find the immovable rod in that first week, and the quartermaster does require another 50 if you want her to keep looking, Nate.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
How's Timmy doing?
So Timmy has tried to go back to work after a couple of days, and he kind of just mopes around and doesn't really do much.
He's not come to the guild hall yet?
No.
We'll give him a week or so.
Okay. All right. And with that, that brings us up to the day that you are to head out. They are basically putting the 5 of you in a... So this is essentially a sailboat. It is a... But it's a sailboat that holds about 10 to 15 folks. So it's not a huge boat, but it's not a, rowboat either. It's a pretty decent size. It has a small cabin, usually used for ferrying a small amount of cargo, to various locations around the coastline and stuff like that, and a small crew of individuals to take you away. And before you head off, you're given a couple of bags of provisions, some flour, some things like that, to take to the warehouse as well. And then that, what we're gonna call it, before we all go into the next little bit there. It's 9:30.
Call it?
We're gonna call it. We're gonna call it the end of the day. So now you guys have discovered essentially the aftermath of the terrible attack that happened upon Saltmarsh and how much of a toll it's taken on everyone in the city. Not only that, this attack has seemed to ramp up everything that's happening as far as the war with the Sahaugin and really what is the things are coming to a head very, very quickly. And as part of the war effort, you have been asked to go to an island, which used to have an old abbey on it, and clear out the undead on the beach and to scout out the location of the abbey where they're going to put either a tower or a lighthouse in order to act as a warning beacon for Saltmarsh should another attack come from the sea. That's where we're going. Y'all, thank you very much. I had fun tonight. I hope y'all had some fun tonight. We got a little bit of shopping done. Spent all your dang money. I didn't expect you to spend all your dang money, but here we are.
Nor I.
And I covered everything that I needed to cover tonight. So that's... Oh, and there's the whole incident with Ada being probably brutally murdered. There's that, in case I forgot to mention that.
And that
Yeah.
guy who was looking for me never really came around.
You haven't heard anything from that dude since Nessa pretty much like gave him the cold shoulder. Pretty much, you haven't heard anything more. Did Nessa? Did you tell Nate about that?
I don't think so.
So Nate, you don't even know that anybody was looking for you.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
that was just a curiosity question.
I got you. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna get out of here. Oh no, Seabold's gone blue. Everyone,
Myself.
I blew your. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Knew that was coming. All righty. And with that, we're going to call it an evening. But before we call it an evening, we're going to talk a little bit to all of our players. We're going to start with Nessa, who's down there. I'm not going to say below me. I did. I just did. Down there. That's the Rusty Panda. Tell the people about yourself, Rusty Panda. Tell them.
My name is the Rusty Panda. I stream here on Twitch.tv. What? Clip it!
So you just got you got shouted out, and it plays a clip, but the clip doesn't show up here. So while you were talking, whatever clip was playing was you cackling at something. So while you were talking, you were cackling over top of yourself, and it just made me laugh. I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at that combination of you talking and cackling simultaneously. It was beautiful. Anyway.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm the Rusty Panda. In the realm of the zoo, reigns supreme weaving milk. No, I'm kidding. I do Wiki Wednesdays on Wednesday, where I interview a streamer and we go down a Wikipedia rabbit hole, learning 15 things they like, 5 things they don't. I also do music production, and karaoke, and I also play video games on the internet.
Indeed you do. Below her is I Am Pingus, who is my mod and probably has nothing to plug. I'm just gonna say yes, probably nothing to plug. Nope.
The plug, all right.
Oh no, god damn it.
Later.
And we're already doing the bad things. Okay. Across the way over there is one Captain E-Rock, who plays Seabold.
Perchance you gaze your eyes upon the channel of Captain E-Rock over on twitch.tv. I do variety content pretty much every day now. I need to take days off. I don't know what day that is yet. And also, listen, sometimes I sing music, and sometimes I play video games, survival games, and you can find me here on Saturday evenings sometimes doing this.
Yes. And you can find him here on some Saturdays. Yes. I think you can add that to everybody here. Mel, you got anything? Which that is Null Hercules, who plays Mel.
Drive safely. Don't challenge a truck driver. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. The things that I've seen since the last time that we've played. Don't challenge 130,000 pounds of rolling glass and liquid. It's not going to work out for you. Be safe.
Makes sense. Alrighty, and then last but not least, Will Vane Saverly, played by the illustrious Danabo.
Hello.
He's just gonna say hello. That's it. All right, cool.
Cool.
You're not gonna talk about anything you got going on.
I'm very tired. I've been doing 60-hour work weeks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
And then coming home to edit videos. It's been a mess.
Then you know what? You can just not worry about anything. You just don't worry about nothing. All right. Again,
This will be on YouTube tomorrow morning.
This will be on YouTube tomorrow morning. So those of you who, those of you who are watching it live on YouTube now, cool. If you're not, if you're here on the Twitch side, go check out the YouTube. It's a wonderful place filled with wonderful things, and sometimes my weird face saying weird things, just like here.
And as a thought, do we have a cool thumbnail?
Oh, do I have to do? I haven't done the thumbnails, have I?
Nope.
You have not.
I have not done the thumbnails. This is becoming a tradition.
Let's go.
This is. Hold on. We gotta wait for those. Hold on. Let me get the mic out of the way. Or should I get the mic? Should I get it real close and just be like that?
Shout outs out the screen over
Just
here. What the heck?
like this is what I do.
Oh.
I like talking into microphones.
Wait.
Sir, you seem to have something on your face.
Or you know. Let's see. Let's move this out of the way. There's some toilet paper just.
Oh, TP?
Yeah.
Just random TP. Nice.
Use that one for the next one.
We don't have any. My
my
allergies have been kicking my ass, and we don't have any Kleenex. So I have a roll of toilet
tissue
paper here.
Or not branded.
Yeah.
If it's good enough for that end, it's good enough for the top end.
That's what I'm saying. Just don't do it in that order. That's.
Oh Lord!
Just don't do it in that order, and you're fine. Do you need another one?
I think we're good.
Okay. There, we got them all. All right, y'all. Again, thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight, and all of us as we played a little bit of silly role-playing with some D&D. We will be back at some point in the future. I don't know exactly. It may be the 17th. That's still up in the air. We're gonna figure that out, and then we will let y'all know. I will be back tomorrow at noon for more Trails Through Daybreak. And yeah, that's what we got going on. Again, y'all could have been anywhere, but you came to see us, and that makes all of us very happy and makes all of you amazing human beings. I appreciate you very much. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Remember, you only have one life to live, so does everyone else around you. Try to make their lives better than what it was when you got there at a minimum. Do not make it worse. We'll see you later. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay out of trouble. Don't eat yellow snow. And, tip your waiters.
The eye rests. It has shown you all it can for now. This is not a time for sorrow, but a time for joy. When one chapter ends, another must always begin. Ponder upon the lessons you have just witnessed, and heed its wisdom. Apply it to your lives. Go forth, be well, and do good towards the others that enter your story. Let your chapter and their book